Welcome back to another episode. Another week has gone by. Today is Saturday the 5th of March. Time is just gone past 5 o'clock in the morning. Today, something a bit different. We're going on a little road trip. So I'm just doing meals for tomorrow. Get them sorted, first things first. And we're going up to Rotherham Ultraflex to train Posterior on this Saturday. So pretty much a day trip. It's gonna be like a 6 to 8 hour round trip. So that's why we're leaving early. Also like to train early as usual. And try and keep that routine in. The plan is to leave now, so we're gonna leave at 6. Probably get there for 9, I'm guessing. We'll get it for 9, 10. We'll stop along the way, obviously go for a piss and whatnot. And plan is to get one meal in before we train. So I'll get my pre-workout meal, which would be my oats, which I made last night. So we'll have that and a coffee, double shot probably, and then we'll have that like an hour out from arriving, and then from there we'll drive to Ultraflex and get a session in. I'm looking forward to today. Big RDLs, which you've probably seen on Instagram. If not, get over there and check out daily posts and stuff like that. But yeah, looking forward to today. What else can I tell you? So yeah, what I'll be taking with me on a road trip, I'll take with me 4 meals, just to be sure. I know I'll be back by about 3 or 4. So I've definitely got enough meals to keep me keep me on track even. So I'll take my pre-workout, which I just told you, the oats, post-workout, Go-Go Bops, and then 2 rice meals, which should be fine. If anything happens in traffic and stuff like that, we're not going to miss a meal. So got that sorted. Water, I take about 4 litres of water with me. I've got this one, which is my, one sec, that's the microwave. So this will be my first 1.5 litre going in. So this has got Systol Max, Hydromax, 2 servings of electrolytes, a serving of amino acids, so your essential amino acids, and that's it. That's kind of like my morning drink that I have in about a 700 milliliter bottle before the gym when I train. Usually train at 6, but obviously we're training a bit later today, so I can afford to have this in the big 1.5 litre, and it tastes nice as well. So next drink, I'll have my carbs. So this will be my intra workout. So this has got 50 grams of carbs in, 10 grams of essential amino acids, 2 servings of electrolytes, and 5 grams of creatine. And then I'll take one more 1.5 litre just for general water consumption, and that'll be fine. So just having coffee this morning. This is my espresso. So I always have this pre-training. I can't think of what to say, my head's still asleep. I'll have this pre-training usually, obviously get the bowel moving and stuff like that, get a decent start to the day. But we'll just keep the same routine. We'll have this, we'll get ready, we'll go. Got rice on for meals, and that's pretty much it. So I'll probably catch up with you again when we stop for oats maybe, or when we even get to Ultraflex, because what I'm going to do is do a full session today. So we'll do a full session posterior day, and I'll just do a voiceover over the top, because obviously I want to focus on the session. I don't particularly like filming in between sets and stuff. I feel like it distracts me from the whole session. So we'll do that. I'll go through, make sure I film every exercise and go through everything in detail on a voiceover. Like I've said before in previous videos, it's better for you to hear a bit more about the movement instead of me trying to shout, trying to hold the camera, probably shaking a bit because of the sets, and you're probably not going to be able to hear me without a proper mic and stuff. So we'll keep it solely training footage, a voiceover over the top. It's better for you, and then I'll do a little wrap up afterwards and any other bits I decide to film within today. So yeah, I'm gonna get this done, leave, and probably see you next in a few hours. Okay, so starting the voiceover for yesterday's session. It's now Sunday. We went down yesterday or Saturday. We started with 5 minutes on the treadmill just to warm up, get the legs moving, get some blood round, just because we had it was like a 2-hour drive down, or up even. So first movement in was our seated leg curl. Now this is different. This is a prime piece compared to the one at Elite, which is a Cybex. Reason it's different is because you're seated. You can see the seat is slanted downwards, whereas the Cybex one is much more shallower than that. But all in all, great movement. Pretty much the same. Managed to get up to a good set of 6 to 8 on this, I think. Obviously going to failure, we did a top set of 6 to 8, and then a back off of 15, I think. So just trying to take this to failure, get our hamstrings warmed up, get a good sweat on. It was nice and hot in there yesterday, so we were able to keep a decent body temperature throughout the session. But yeah, all in all, good set on this.
Yeah. 1. Okay. And again. 13. 2. Yes. Right. 1. Back up.
And then moving into our heavy compound for today. This is Neil. Neil and I have been training together for, a good few months now, probably 5 or 6 months. I coach him as well, so we follow the same program. Obviously, nutrition is completely different, but just getting him into these movements, he's getting up really strong on this RDL now. Good 4 plates for, I think, 7 or 8 today. Really trying to focus here on the hamstring and glute, powering through, nice and controlled on the way down, getting a good stretch. But yeah, this is our main compound for today. He's got really strong in this recently. Recently told him to go up to 180 because I knew he's got the strength in him. I think he started on 2.5 plates, worked him up to 3, and now smashing out 4 plates for a solid set. So this was my set. Still working on 240, so 5.5 plates aside. I've been stuck on 8 reps on this for the last 3 or 4 weeks. The 9th does not seem to be moving for some reason, and today was the same case. I did 8.5, as you'll see. I just didn't manage to lock out the 9th rep, but the set is getting much better in terms of form, execution, tempo. My back is, as you can see once I go into the set now, it's not as rounded as it was previously. I'm getting good contraction on the lats good engagement of the lats before I go into the rep. And the lower back is less rounded than it has been. So, I'm happy. And the tempo's good. I'm happy with it being, not slow, but, I'm still getting a good stretch. Hamstrings and glutes are working, firing perfectly. So, I'm happy. And as we go through the set now, you'll see the start of fatigue will start to kick in. I think that's that's the 8.5. I just didn't manage to lock it out, which was fucking annoying because I thought I had it. Because the first 7 moved so smoothly, I was like, right, this is easy. And then as we're doing it dead stop, so it does get a bit harder. Okay, moving into our first accessory movement for lats. This stack is probably the heaviest stack I've used. I think it's the cable crossover is an Atlantis piece. I mean, that is, you know, seriously heavy, that stack. Usually at Elite I'm stacking out the Bravo. I've got a band on there as well, usually at Elite. This one's just ridiculously heavy. You know, I think that's probably like half the stack for a really heavy set of 8. You know, Neil's having to stand on the bench there just to keep it weighted down. But yeah, I love this movement, probably my favourite one for lats. Then moving into an upper back row, usually we've done a VR2 row, which you might have seen on a posterior day. This was kind of the same. We finally worked out how to set this up, get a good upper back contraction. Trying to lean into the pad, keep all my weight fairly pushed back, like my legs are pushed back here, arse is kicked back, lower back's back, and then upper back is the only thing that should be pulling on this. You know, so not going super heavy, just trying to get a good, really good stretch, good contraction. You know, worked up to a good 6 to 8 on this, and then a back off of 12, I think. Then into another lat movement. Usually we use the compound row, which is a pin loaded. This is pretty much exactly the same movement. It's just not a fixed handle. We use the D handle instead, but he's still getting the same movement. Still getting the same stretch and contraction of the lower lat. Really good movement to finish as the blood is in the back now. Like, you know, back's full of blood. So as you can see, working a lot on the stretch, trying to spend as much time as I can in that stretch position, just to break down the fibers even more, get a good contraction. I like with lat work is definitely focusing a lot on the stretch, not as much contraction. Obviously we want to contract the lat, but the focus is there on the stretch, as you know, we're trying to pay as much attention to that eccentric part of the movement. Then into our first bicep movement, which was the low cable curl. Leaning away from the Bravo, I think this is called, little small cable crossover. As you can see, cables are moving back, elbows are staying in a fixed position, trying to, and the only thing that should be moving is your forearms, keeping the bicep locked in. And just curling up, getting good contraction. Again, focusing on the stretch. I like to focus on the stretch a lot in my movements, as I feel the most benefit from them. Contraction is always, you know, it's non-negotiable. It's always there. So again, 3 sets on this: 10 to 14, 6 to 8, and a 15 to 20. Second and last movement for the day and for biceps. Using the occlusion curls on this, occlusion bands, sorry. And again, incline, making sure we're getting good stretch. Repeat myself again. Good contraction, and just keeping those occlusion bands on for the whole duration of the sets. So from the first rep to the last rep, we keep them on, just to create that intense blood flow to the biceps. Really good technique to use for your biceps. Now what I thought I'd do is take you through some posing we did post workout. Apologies about the angle, you might have to turn your head or turn your computer or whatever, but I couldn't fit on the landscape camera. So just went through some posing like I always do on a Saturday. Two rounds of posing I did, just going through mandatories and any others. I like to, you know, get into a posing room wherever I go, as lighting is always different, always look a bit different in different lighting, and it's just nice to see what's going on with so yeah, the shape, you know, just trying to go through these front relaxed, go through the mandatories, seeing what I look like. You know, it's just nice to document every sort of posing I can. Main areas that I'm trying to work on at the moment:
is obviously back. Quads, I need more of a quad sweep there. When I stand from the front, the sweep needs to be a bit more dramatic. Hamstrings are good. I lacked a lot of hamstring at the start of my phase, but I'm happy with how they are coming up now. We just need the quad to level out with this. Side chest is probably my favourite pose. I think it's one of my strongest, which shows a lot of my density and thickness through the top line, chest, delts, and then along the hamstring and glute. They've really come on recently, so I'm happy with that. Here I was just taking Neil through how to how to hit your glute on a side chest. As I try and teach him a few things when we get into posing. Just go through a few rounds with him. Side tricep, extremely hard to hit, as you can see. Still being quite heavy. Some of these shots are just really hard to hit, and obviously holding quite a bit of body fat on the lower abdomen, which I always have. But that will, obviously when we start to cut, that will just go. As you can see, sweep I want to work on the quad. It needs to be more, just so it matches the upper body. Again, biceps, arms have been a weakness for me. Need to work on them. Bring the triceps up. There needs to be more of a drop in there, and the thickness through the chest. I've got the thickness through the width, but so just got back home. Is now coming up to 5 o'clock, I think. So long day. We left at 6. It's now 5. Just over 2 hours there, 2 hours back. Stops in between. So yeah, long day, but definitely worth it. Very good session at Ultraflex. Just a good vibe. A different gym. Just nice to train somewhere else for a change. Bit of different scenery, different people. Same equipment, so we didn't have to switch up anything on the equipment front. We could keep it all the same, and keep all our top sets the same and stuff. So, but yeah, really good session. Got some posing done at the end as well. But all in all, good session, good day. Always, that's the second time in Ultraflex, so we'll definitely be heading over there again sometime soon. Well, not soon, but in a few months probably. And I want to go and tour the different gyms. Definitely want to go down to London at some point when I got a bit of time. Check out King's gym there, and there's a few others that I want to go and see. So we're gonna, take a week out and go down there, get a little Airbnb and something, and chill down there for a bit and train. Obviously, that's the main reason we're going. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there because I'm tired. I need to go and eat. I've got 3 meals left to eat. Managed to have for that pre-workout meal at the start, Cocoa Pops, and then a fish meal as well. So we'll go in now and get the rest of the meals in, probably have a nap because I'm knackered from I drove, so obviously that takes it out of you. And then training posterior as well. Obviously legs are tired, back's a bit sore, just feeling a bit lethargic. So we'll get a good nap in now, and I'll wrap it up now. So thank you for watching again if you have watched all the way through. Hope you enjoyed the voiceover of me just talking, taking you through the movements, etc. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate you watching again, and I'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.